Shalom and good day all, this is Tahil29 back again for some indie comic reviews, and in these indie comic reviews I'll be covering Gatchaman issue 15 along with Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Avon Oeming on Powers issue 4 of the 2025 version. So now let's get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It certainly does, to which I give it an 8 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we are on the Isle of Listway, to which the Science Ninja team have been sort of like directed to go to, and in their encounter they have now encountered a group who call themselves the Blackbirds, and under the control of Galactor. So whilst they fight against the Blackbirds, we also do get the introduction to a new character who is a bit of an ally to them, or is he? And this is the character right here, and he's known as the Raven. And as we start to move towards the end, we encounter a new group who are called the Phantom Ascendancy. Whose side are they on? Who will they ally with? I don't know, but I will definitely look forward to it in the next issue. For the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the story rating. So first things first, considering how far we are issue-wise, did we get any comic book references to any of the previous issues? The answer is no. Next, for the area rating, is the area known as time, to which we didn't really get anything time-wise. Last but not least, the last couple being location, being the Isle of Listway, and also some of the things that are happening within the mountains, which was also mentioned. Last but not least, the cast of characters consisting of the Science Ninja team, Galactor. We also had the Blackbirds, as well as Raven, or the Raven. And last but not least, the Phantom Ascendancy. My overall rating for this story is a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Brian Michael Bendis Powers, issue 4. So as we move into Brian Michael Bendis Powers, issue 4, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside of the story? For the cover rating, I gave it a 6 out of 10, as I felt it didn't really fit what was happening in the story. Now it's time to move in relation to the internal art, as we have looked around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we meet up with Detective Cutter, and I forget the other person's name. I think this is actually something that I think Brian Michael Bendis could actually fix upon, because at this rate now, this story could actually do with some character profiles as to which characters are going to be appearing in the story. So we get to see them moving on together and about to head to a new place, known as the Legacy Star. But before that, they do return to headquarters, finally make their way to the Legacy Star, only to find out that it looks like they might have been ambushed. For the internal art, I give it a 6 out of 10. Next is the area of the story rating. So first things first, do we get anything time-wise? No, though it would not hurt to include it in a story, Brian Michael Bendis. Next is the area of the location. One of the locations that I did manage to get a hold of was the Legacy Star. And the only cast character that I only seemed to recognize, only because their name was mentioned, was Detective Cutter. My overall rating for this story is a 6 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.